Hey y'all, welcome back to Save the Day with Tara. I am a middle-aged wife living her life with a budget. I want to thank you guys for being here, new subscribers, old subscribers, people just passing through. I want to thank all of you guys for being here to see what I have to offer. Look, the sticker fell. And today, guys, I just want to let you guys know I'm going to do a little something different. I want to actually start a little series. And in this first part, I would like to really help you guys with a DIY, create your own budget planner for free, utilizing a lot of the resources out here on the internet. In description below, you'll see that information. I know some of you guys already go to it. I would like for you to watch the video so you can see what I'm talking about. But, I understand some people will just go straight to the description box. However, I want to kind of go over, here are some of the things that I found help me, because there was a lot of things when I was purchasing. I had purchased, I've purchased about 5 or 6 budget planners. 2 I kept. One because I wrote in, and it was the very first one that I purchased, and I wanted to support somebody. And the second one I liked. I thought it was going to be different, but it really wasn't. And in addition to that, I didn't even look at it until about maybe 2 months after I purchased it, so I couldn't return it. Then I got to the point I was like, okay, let me start looking. And as I looked online, I got things returned them, and I just got frustrated. When I had first started, I found some free stuff out there to utilize, and I was like, okay, this is good. But I really didn't know what I wanted. Now that I've been doing this for the past 6 months on a more consistent basis, I'm like, okay, now I know what I need. And so I want to share that with you. If anything, I want to share these resources with you so that you can go to these various sites and possibly say, okay, well, I don't necessarily need that, but oh, look, they have this. So let's go ahead and let's get started. I'm going to do some things for comparison purposes. I don't want anybody to, please don't get mad, okay? Do not be like, oh, well, you're throwing this person under the bus. I'm not throwing anybody under the bus. If you want to purchase from these individuals, that is totally fine. That's your prerogative. If you want to support their businesses. All I'm saying is many of us are on a journey. And one of the things that I learned, like I said, in this series I want to do is I haven't gotten to where I am paying for a lot of stuff if it is free, especially nowadays where it's free on the internet. A lot of these things are nice and neat to use. I didn't know what I needed at first, but now that I know, it's like, hey, let me utilize these other resources to get what I actually need that fits me and my circumstance. And so one of the things that Dave Ramsey is like, list all your debts. Look at this. I found this out there. If you're thinking to yourself, hey, yeah, I don't even know what debts I have. You're going to list all your debts. Okay, here it goes. This is down below. This is thebudgetmom.com. It goes straight to the PDF. And you just list all of your debts, total amount owed, your monthly payment, interest rate, and due date. Great place to have all of it in one spot. Many of us, to get our road to the budget or to debt free, we need to know what we owe. All right, this is a freebie. And then a lot of people use the Snowball method of paying off debt. Whether you do, whether you don't, we'll talk about this stuff in another video, but this is another free download that you can get that, okay, so I have all my debts in one spot. Now, let me start tracking them individually, okay? Great thing to do, great thing to have, This is mapleplanners.com. Once again, another freebie. All this is for personal use. Don't be grabbing this and selling it, guys. That's about it. It says for personal use. These people, hard work getting it together. But anywho, once again, you'll see this down below. So I was like, man, this is great. Now, another thing is your reoccurring expenses. This is for a year. This is also on mapleplanners.com. They have one that says, reoccurring bills or bill payments, whatever. But I like reoccurring expenses because that's what you have. You have your regular bills. You have, like your tags, maybe insurance. I have professional fees that I have to pay on an annual basis or a semi-annual basis. And sometimes I pay them even every 5 years or every 3 years. So it's a reoccurring expense, but I like having this and writing that down. As you saw, that's in both of the books that I showed you, okay? mapleplanners.com for free. Another thing, that they always have the Undated calendar. This Undated calendar, and you don't see it, but it is linked below. I downloaded it for free from 101planners.com. You can also do a Google search on your own just for Undated calendar. You get some that are Sunday to Saturday, Monday to Sunday, whatever your preference is. But once again, if you remember, you look in these books, they give you a calendar, but they're all undated for you to be able to utilize these budgets anytime, any year. It's not dated, so that's good. You can do the same thing. You just put your month here, you put in your dates, and then you're going to write all the information in there. Okay, so then the next thing is some of them have a nice little monthly check-in. Y'all, I found a monthly check. And this is all about your goals. This is just literally your goals. What month is it? You know, you're looking at, to reach your goals this month, what do you need to do? You're going to write it down here. Things you did well this month. That's great. What did I do good? I didn't spend a lot of money. My sinking fund, I was able to cover this expense with my sinking fund. This is a great monthly check. A great thing to have. And it's free. Also, what are my goals for next month? Once again, these are things that are provided in these books. Some of the books, not all of them have them. That is free that you can get, once again, mapleplanners.com. Now, for me, I know you guys can't see this, but this is another free it's a monthly budget worksheet that's actually downloads into your Microsoft Excel, and you can go in and input the information in there, which is good. I appreciate that. I did that actually this month. I found one last month, but this one I really searched, and I found this one from Freddie Mac. Okay. The great thing about it is it gives us the categories. All right. It gives us a housing, utilities, transportation, food and entertainment, care and children, things like that. All of that it's in here. But the great thing, especially for individuals that are a little higher income, that are higher middle class or higher middle income, higher income earners. I know I'm trying to say this in such a way because I don't want to say it's class. Class is a totally different thing than income. That have more things in these categories. This is, more things under these categories. These subtopics are really good to help you further break down that particular category. In addition, it can spark your memory or spark your aha. Yeah, I also have this that I know I pay. So it's a great way to budget. Some people may find that this is too much for them, but some of us, we actually have a lot of things that, man, over here in these books, it was nice, but this gives me a monthly overview of the things in the category. And I can also, since it's an Excel spreadsheet, I can change the actual topics or the subtopics as needed for me to fit me. Once again, Freddie Mac. The next thing is, y'all see this? This is so tried, true, and trusty, right? So this is the Paycheck planner. This is for the people, you do the sinking funds, all that stuff. This is the one that everybody sees and they knows, and that they utilize the budget. Now, I will say, once again, this is mapleplanners.com. If you have not realized the thing, Maple Planners has a lot of stuff out there. It's not just budgeting. It's a whole lot of other stuff. But the things that I'm going over more so have to do with budget. All right. So once again, this is the one that everybody's used to seeing. They have one for the month. They also have one that is a paycheck. I like this because I can do this, print this out for my paycheck. I don't have 5 of them. I don't have wasted paper that I don't use, sections I don't use. I'm just printing out what I need for that particular paycheck. The great thing too is that you have this as your overall monthly budget, and you have this in your paycheck and how you're going to break it down. Okay. If you decide, hey, I like this monthly budget, but I still like my monthly one that looks like this because of my sinking funds, what sinking funds I'm going to save for, all that. That's great. Once again, it's on Maple Planners, and you can print that out. You can get your month together, and then you break it out by paycheck. The other thing that's very important so that we can make it to our high income millionaire status, living like that with these budgets, is basically that expense tracker. Look at this. Another freebie. One doesn't even offer an expense tracker. The other one does. The one that does offer the expense tracker, it's nice, but it's each week. Me personally, I want to see it for the entire month. I just want to see how I'm going, keep going on to the next page, whatever I have to do. I want to be able to follow it for the entire month. I don't like flipping back and forth unless it's just here. A lot of people like to color code things, do whatever. It's always nice to have that one particular thing that's just for that. And this is an expense tracker. Printables, that's these little bulldogs here. This is linked below too, but this one can be found on printables. I searched high and low for this, guys. This is the sinking fund tracker. This isn't the one that where you set up your sinking funds, do all that, and how much you're going to do every paycheck or anything. No, it's not that. However, it is the one where you can regroup and track at the end of the month. Hey, here's my categories. You can even write them down and copy it so that you always have the categories. You're not writing them down each month and getting hand cramp. But you got your starting balance, your plus or minus, and your ending balance. You can put a date if you want. You don't have to put a date if you don't want to, because you have your month here. This was INKPX. That's where I found this. The link is down below. Now these two are just for me. You'll see how I do it. It is a habit tracker. I like this habit tracker compared to the ones that I saw in here. And the reason is because this is for an entire month. This is for the month. And you write down the things that you want to track, and then you can see it. You can actually see for the month, hey, how am I doing? Instead of once again flipping back and forth, flipping back and forth. I don't want to do that. I want everything in one spot. This is something as well. I forgot where I got this, but it is linked down below. Maple Planners. I got that on Maple Planners as well. Man, Maple Planners is the top dog. And another thing that I printed out for me, some people might like, it is linked in the description box, is a mood tracker. Mood dictates a lot. It dictates how you eat. It dictates how you spend, how you respond. It dictates a lot. And so if you're looking for how to line up, how did you do with your habits? How did you do with your spending? When you look back at your spending, what was my mood? That's a great way to track how can I psychologically help myself not to overspend, not to overeat, or whatever it is when I'm having a certain type of mood. So guys, I want to show you guys what I did for the month of June so you can see how all of that comes together. Now I'm trying to get through this because I don't want to run out of some space on here, and I don't want to, I don't want to take up too much of you guys' time. All right. I'm already didn't post this. I'll do the live at 4. I'm a nervous Nelly. I don't like doing lives. So, all right, let's get going. I want to show you how all this comes together. You can staple it together like I did in my packet. Hold on. Let me show you. Like I did back in January. You can just staple it together. And all you'll be doing is you write everything on there. You can flip back and forth. You can write your stuff down and everything. And there you go. You don't have to have a happy planner. Once again, this is one of those purchases that I made. I felt like I needed it, and I did not. I did not need to pay, what was this, like I think $11 or $12 for this, and it wasn't even everything that was in it. It was just a shell of stuff because I purchased these tabs separately on Amazon, and that was like another $15. Okay, and then don't forget, y'all, I bought the Happy Planner little stapler thing, or the hole puncher, and Lord, that was like $40. So if you got a stapler at home already, or you can take your packet of work, staple it, and do it that way. See how easy all this stuff is? All right, so up here, what I want to show you is, and I'll go over some of this stuff later, because once again, we're going over how to do a free budget planner, to get our free budget planner. All right, so I'm gonna go back here so you can see my debt tracker. For my debt tracker, this is what I've done. I've listed all my debt. That's simple. And down here I wrote the type of debts you're going to list. Once again, we'll talk about this in another video. Mortgage, student loan, vehicle, credit cards, personal. Your personal is your bank, any money you owe friends and family. Medical, utility, payday loans, rent to own. People still do that. Even people that are middle income and high income earners still do that stuff, and other. So there's that. This is the one that is from the Budget Mom. This is a It is actually, what is it called? It's a savings tracker that I'm using as a debt elimination tracker. You guys might have seen this in my video last month. All I'm doing is I'm going starting from the bottom up because my goal is to see my debt reduce. But here's what I was talking about when I said, hey, if you have this debt list, all right, there's my debt. There you go, guys. I'm tracking it. I have all of them listed, and I have one sheet, and it has, I put 2 debts on it. So you're just gonna have one, you get to put all your debts on there, and you get to track them. Now we'll talk about the snowball method a little later, you know, or the, I forgot it was, another method that looks at the highest interest one first. Okay, so there's that. All right, now I'm gonna take you guys back to the month of June so you can see how it is done. Hey guys, I just wanted to hop in here real quick and go over this particular sheet. I realized I did not when I was going back and looking at the video, so I apologize. This is the recurring expenses. When you have your recurring expenses, just like in a lot of the different budget binders, it allows you to, or billing expenses, it allows you to put the year, and then you put everything you have for the year. Me, what I've done for myself is I put it in categories: monthly, semi-annual, annual, and greater than annual. Because once again, like I stated, I have some things that are like every 3 years, every 5 years, every 2 years I have to pay. And this is a great way to track it because then I know when it's due, when it's actually due, and I can make sure that I'm accounting for it during that particular year. But most definitely, this is a good way just to kind of go back, make sure that you're tracking things. Not tracking things, but kind of keeping up with things if you want to, or as you see, like I've done here, for example, our lawn care, we only have that from March until October. What do you see? Our pool maintenance is only paid twice a year, in May and in October. And you'll see that it's color coded as to the section. Then I also have my annual things that I do, car tags. Our car tags are paid in 2 different months because of the birthdays. So you have this person's birthday, you have the other person's birthday. Even though it's twice a year, it's really once a year under each. And this is something that comes out of our house account. I have my professional stuff that is done annually. I also have my professional stuff. These are the ones that are like that's greater than a year. It's just kind of crazy. But I just wanted to show you. So like nothing is due this year for these. Let me go ahead and let me do this real quick. Nothing is due this year for these, but most definitely my DEA is in 2025, my F&P cert is in 2027, and my BLS and ALS is in 2026. So, you know, no, it's not. It is not 2026. When did I get that? Last year in 2022? Yes, I did, 2022. So it's due in 2025, actually. See how you catch stuff? Anyhow, it just kind of lets you know that these are the things that you have when you have them due. And it's a great way, once again, to track. Okay. All right, guys. So back to the regularly scheduled video. Look at this, guys. You see how I still decorated it? You do not need a happy planner, guys. You don't need one of these nice little things, this cute little stuff to get some dollar store stickers. Dollar store, all this is dollar store, just to decorate it yourself. I printed this out. This is the Undated Sunday to Saturday monthly template. I did it for June. I numbered it. I put my paydays on here. Isn't this what just the same normal stuff? You're going to put your paydays on here. Any extra little stuff you may want to put. Do an escape room. I can't wait. And then you put your bills on here. Same thing, right? And what did you do? You printed it out. You got it for free. A lot of us, I'm noticing, have printers. So there goes my month. The next thing is my monthly check-in. So once again, I don't have much here because it's not the end of the month yet. At the beginning of the month, my biggest thing was to track my expenses. I want to thank a lot of people in the budget community, especially Sweet Kiki. I love her. And oh my God. I Desire Wealth with Desiree. She tracks hers as well. And so just following them too, and just the way they explain it, I'm just like, okay, you know what? I'll track my expenses. I have been tracking certain expenses, but now I track all of them. Now, guys, here's my June budget. Oh, my God, Lord. Y'all going to have to zoom in because this is the only part that some people be like, oh, it's so small. It is small. And so I'll go over this a little more too later on. But this is my overall budget. I used the Freddie Mac template. I added a little embellishments to it because these are the categories. I have those highlighted a little bit, as you see, with the darker rim. I also put 4W. If you are a Dave Ramsey person and you follow Dave, you know 4W are the 4 walls. And the 4 walls, those are the things that are most important, because if you don't have those, then you most definitely cannot become debt free. Why? Because you need these things to survive, basically. Now, in those things, what do you need to survive? Not much. I mean, I'm not going to say not much, but what do you have? You know, what do you have that you can possibly, like, for example, his biggest thing is transportation and car payments. So, you know, we don't even have car payments. The nice thing that I like about this is, as you see, as I put everything in there, it's our income. I have my salary. I have other monies that we get. Yes, I'm being very transparent. We have, as much as we have come in, we have go out. So this is what comes in that I have each month. Let's see. And I have written over here, you have notes you can type in. Like, for example, my property taxes, you know, that's in my escrow. So I note certain things that I don't normally have to worry about. Okay. The only thing that I have going on this month, though, that is most definitely we had to kind of budget for is $1,200 in car repairs. Honestly, that ended up being $1,700, which is good. I don't have a car payment, so I'm okay with that. But look, this is the monthly. This is my monthly. All right. I haven't budgeted my paycheck yet. Actually, I have. It's over in this other book. I'm going to transfer it over here. So Maple Planners. All I'm going to do is go through here, and for when I get paid, I'm only going to do this on my paydays, is what's being covered. What is being covered? Some of this money is our money. Some of the expenses are going for money that was already in the account, things that were transferred over. I'm probably just going to put it all together. Anyway, that's just how it works for me, but it's still the same thing. And all this to come down to zero is just going to let me know, where does this go? Now, I already did document my expenses. I already started documenting my expenses for June. I had to remind myself, all expenses. It doesn't matter where it came from. You know, this is from my Southwest card and pretty much my charges. This here is from my Chase Bank account. I also have over here in actually my calendar. I don't have it here. In my calendar, I was doing like Sweet Kiki did and how they just documented on there. But I found, you know what, I just want it all here. That was my goal, to make sure I document it all on an expense tracker so that I can look, actually put the categories. And that's what I love about this budget, because it already has the categories there for me that I can put over here. Okay, so that's my expense tracker. The sinking fund. So at the end of the month, this is where I'm going to just do the sinking fund. I'm also going to do like I did last month, and I'm going to put my saving challenges on here. I'm probably going to end up with 2 of these, because I do want to know how much cash I have on hand in the house, because all of that has to do with if we need something in, you know, really fast. Hey, there you go. I have it. All right, guys, I'm getting a little winded here, but I'm just trying to show you. So this is what I'm going to do at the end of the month. Sinking fund tracker. Now, I've already started this one. This is my habit tracker. Guys, this does come in color, and you can print it out in color. I'm cheap. I'm using black and white. So this is the habit tracker that I had talked about. This is where my goal financially is to track my expenses daily. Small goals, big changes. That's what it's doing. Track my expenses daily. And I have been. I just need to write them on this sheet, but they're in my, like I said, they're in my calendar book. No spends. I'm actually documenting the days that I do no spend. I'm just going to be like, hey, that's a good thing, but I just want to know not how often I'm spending, but how often am I not spending? You know, that's just me tracking it. For my personal habit stuff, once again, I'm sitting here and I'm saying, okay, these are the things that I want to do. Now, of course, I'm not going to start until tomorrow for those, but these I've already started. This one I already started, 8 at home, because my goal is to really reduce my dining out. I want to make sure I'm packing my lunches for work. I'm packing travel food. When I come home, it takes me an hour to get home, so I'm not stopping. That's where I find I end up getting like dinner, because I'm hungry on my late nights. and then I don't quite make it home, and so I'm eating. I'm stopping to go get something. I don't want to do that. And then for me, I put like a little legend down here to let me know what these little initials mean, you know? So those are things you can do. And now I'm going to show you the other thing. And this is my mood tracker. Lord, y'all know I was in a mood last week. Y'all know I was in a mood. So I have my mood tracker. Once again, this is how I'm using my freebies. This is how I put it together, guys. You can do the same thing. So you get to color code it. I accidentally messed this one up. Energetic and productive. They're the same thing to me. That means I had energy to do what I needed to do. Tired and sick. Same thing to me. Stressed and nervous. Anxiety. They all cause the same thing and they all give you cortisol. So relax. I'm relaxed today. Actually, I'm relaxed. I'm so happy. And then I'm writing out to here why. Why am I? Just a brief, a brief reason as to why. So here, work was stressing me out. The unknown, anxiety. When I went in, that was my long day on the 6th, and I came back from being off. I had that issue. If you checked out my video, I had the thing going on with the rental car. So anywho, and I come back and I was happy. On this day, I did 3 colors. I was happy. I was still anxious, but I was energetic. Why was I happy? I had a good day with my colleagues. My colleagues that I have a good day with I'm not leaving because of the people I work with in the middle. That's what I call us. I call us the middle. I really love my colleagues. I like a lot of people. Anyway, so that's there. That's all that. But I'm actually relaxed, you see? And a lot of this dictated my mood. So when I say, hey, what did I do on this day that I was anxious on the 5th? I come back over here on the 5th, I had junk food. That's what that is. I had junk food on the 5th. I had junk food on the 6th. And I had some junk food, y'all. I ate a half a dozen of donuts. Shut up, y'all. Yes, I did. So I think, and then like, what did I do? When I come back here, what did I also do on this 6th? Well, there's the Donut Bros. And then I got some floatable things from Amazon. Did we really need those? No, I still got them. So just looking at how does that all work with your purchases and stuff like that, and with your habits. So guys, once again, I went over my budget. It was real quick. There was nothing really special about it. Nothing more that if you saw something last month, you would have seen me go over my budget in detail. It's all the same with the exception of I had a budget for some car repairs. But look, this stuff is free. Click on those links below. Go create your own budget planner. If you want to know how my husband and I have gotten here over the years, when the pandemic hit is when the light bulb went off for us and we finally realized, gosh darn, we're better off than what we thought. We thought we were living paycheck to paycheck, and in reality, we weren't. We were able to make some really good investments at that time because nobody was doing anything. All the investments went down, and so we just bought a bunch of stuff, and and it helped us. And what has also helped us, especially this last 6 months, is me getting on board with a budget. I've preached this before. Stay-at-home spouses that are not the main breadwinner. Y'all, we got to get together and we got to help and keep ourselves. We're great income earners, and we have to realize, hey, being a millionaire doesn't mean you're out here living like a billionaire, as Dave Ramsey says. Literally, being a millionaire, you have those used cars. You have your investments are in your retirement. It's in your house. You don't have to, you don't have to own real estate, guys. You don't have to own real estate. People think, oh, you got to own real estate. You don't. You just make wise decisions. A budget helps you do that. Your first wise decision is going to be, hey, let's get this freebie stuff. Let's DIY our own freaking budget planner for right now. Then if you want to go support somebody, go support them. But let's get back to the basics. All right, guys. I appreciate you being here to the end of this video. Don't forget, if you like this type of content, don't forget to comment below. If you have your own suggestions or you know of some other free resources out there in order to create a budget, guys, most definitely drop those links below. We are all a community, okay, guys? Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, turn on those notification bells, and save the day. I'm going to see you in my next video.